so that your authentication can be verified and you can lawfully download the package, but package is a bulky one. Don't try to download the whole method bundle because it's a heavy one. Uh, Depending on the knowledge or information you are having, which modules or which toolbox are required, you can go for downloading. So this got activated. Hopefully, I'll put a group in the summarize instruction from the math and C people. Okay, so we'll continue with the genetic algorithm. So we have just roughly seen one problem, how to find it out without explicitly defining what are the basic genetic operators. The basic idea of this algorithm, the survival is the fittest. So when we try to look into the solution, it says the good solution will evolve with the generation. If I'll start with a suboptimal solution and if I'll try to put them into genetic algorithm process of genetic algorithms, we will get a better solution. So generation wise, the solution becomes better as we are looking into the optimization problem. Suppose it is a maximization problem. So this maximization or the particular value which we try to maximize will gradually getting maximized with the number of generation. Okay, so that is the reason the stopping criteria of algorithm, sometimes people say number of generation. uh, Maybe that is the indirectly you can say number of iteration that is required, or when you decided to stop, or when you decided to accept the solution. Okay, so it try to take the basic property of the natural genetic, so that uh, it can explain you that how the population, what is a population, and how the what is the role of the population, and how we can start from an initial population where we may not have a single solution to the problem, but with the number of generation we will able to find out the suboptimal solution to the problem. Okay, so today we'll talk about the basic operators of the genetic algorithm. So I'll move very quickly without looking into the so much complicacy. Uh, you see, this is a simple example of a traveling salesperson problem. We have the cities A, B, C, D, E. So first is that what type of encoding you are using. And here we are using the alphabetic encoding. That first, what is the encoding and why encoding is there? What is actually encoded? Encoding is represents your solution. So this is which is shown in the figure. So that is the ordering of the points. This is a solution because I can start from city A, then I'll visit D, then I go to B, then I go to E, then I go to C, and from C I can come back to A. So this is a solution. So and the coding what we are using will copy the city name as the code. But suppose you decided to code the city according to decimal number. Yes, you are welcome. You can code it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And somebody say, no, I'll go for binary coding. I'll be using 4-bit code, 4 zeros, 001 like this. And somebody say, no, I want a coding that my first bit should be 1. Other should bit be something. So all city first bit will be 1. Other 3 bits will be selected as per the random. So I'll fix that to city name. Then the solution which definitely again is a cascade of the cities, so it will be a cascade of the binary number. Another person says I'll go for hexadecimal number, he is also welcome. So this is the way we can represent a solution. So that is in a simple language known as your encoding, what type of encoding you are selecting. So while selecting the encoding, we are looking into the operation that we want to perform. Sometimes with a simple encoding, the operations are very easy, and sometimes based on your encoding, the operations has to be defined based on your encoding. There are certain representation. You see, this is two linear array was discussed. One is for traveling salesman problem, second is 01 knapsack problem. 01 knapsack problem we are quite conversant, because if there are 5 items, I can use the binary coding because selecting first item or not selecting. Here the example shows there are two individuals, maybe two are solution, may not be solution, but here we are using binary coding 0 1, and the above example TSP we are using alphabet coding. So depending on the problem, one can select the appropriate coding. Suppose you are the first person to select the code and introduce a new coding, and then you explain because of your coding scheme the operations becomes easy. What operation? In particular the genetic operators which is used, maybe your selection, crossover, mutation, it becomes easy and you can argue in favor of your coding scheme. So typically various authors, when they try to do something new, instead of doing, because here genetic algorithm framework is fixed, you are not going to do anything new. So what different is you can do, that is one by representation or introducing a new coding scheme, or you can copy the existing coding scheme if other author have proposed. Here simple example of the encoding scheme is alphabet and a binary. Somebody may go for a coding scheme like this. Instead of A, you can write double A, double B, double C, double D. Yes, that is also a type of coding scheme. Okay. Now there is selection. Roughly, I have explained you what is your Rowlett field selection when we try to do with f of x equal to x square. Okay, so there we have a x. F of x was the x square we have calculated. If you remember, we calculate those things, summation of f of xi divided by summation of f of xi. So this is a Rowlett field selection. If you look into this here, directly a well-defined objective function is to be optimized. Take the example of 0 1 knapsack problem. We have a objective function. So f of x is the objective function which is to be optimized. Similarly, in case of TSP, the same manner we have a fixed objective function which is to be optimized. That is the reason you are told, please write down the problem statement of a traveling salesperson problem, and that for that you have to take the reference of a published research paper because it is not available in the book. That also I have shared with you. Okay, now next, this is typically the Rowlett field selection which is depicted. Now very simple operator we have discussed, that is a crossover. This is a representation, then we try to crossover, we find out a crossover point, then after finding the crossover point, this is explained how the last 2 bit of the first individual is comes to the second individual by removing the 2 bits of the second individual which goes to the first bit. So then I told you two quantity, that is crossover probability and mutation probability. So how the crossover probability is applied? When you are looking into a population, you randomly pick up two individual. By picking the two individual, now you are about to decide, should I go for crossover with these two individual? You generate a random number, and if that random number is found to be meeting the criteria, and that is to be compared with a crossover probability function. If that random number is found to be higher than that, then you are going for the crossover operation on those two selected parent. Okay, then I have explained you the position of the crossover that is also selected at a random. Then after offsprings are being designed, then we again evaluate the offsprings. There are various criteria. Now you start with 4 parents. Suppose you are performing only crossover once, then you have 2 offsprings. So 4 plus 2, you have 6 members now in the population. So to the next generation, only 4 has to go. So you may do like this. You can calculate the fitness function. Your function is a maximizer. So you copy those 4 individuals whose f of x value is higher. That is very simple. Otherwise, you have a defined mechanism, or you can define a mechanism that how you select the fit individual. Okay, so that is the role of the selection function. that initially you start with designing a mating pool. Please remember, the first phase is not the reproduction phase. You are designing a mating pool which will participate in the reproduction. Second, I am talking when you are going to produce two children. So total population you start with 4. Now you have 6. Now how you are going to evaluate those 6? You may use the same procedure as a selection. Select those 4 people who are having higher probability following roulette wheel selection. Not always. You can go for a new selection function. Maybe you are the first person to propose a new selection for a particular problem, keeping everything copied from a previous author. Then, but your algorithm becomes a new algorithm as you have proposed a new selection function. And then the second operation is the mutation, which is with a low probability. Low probability means we always fix a low probability value for mutation. You may ask how the crossover probability and mutation probability is fixed. Okay, so only two heuristics are available: high probability and low probability. Low probability may be 0.1, maybe 0.11, maybe 0.123, maybe zero point 0.2, like that. High probability may be 0.85, 0.87, 0.9, like this. But what is the appropriate value? That comes from the proposer of the genetic algorithm. You conduct many experiment and you are finding the result or the quality of solution you are finding with less iteration because of this probability, then that is also your claim or finding. So the low probability is mutation because only few bits out of 100 individuals, only 2 might be subjected to mutation, where we try to flip a bit. Maybe if you have all zeros, this bit you flip, that bit will be 1. Okay, so the basic algorithm I have explained with that f of x equal to x square, that is to be followed. That is, you have a fixed population size m, so that we have seen 4. Then we randomly generated 4 strings and we call them as the initial population or the population. And these 4 strings are from a solution space, because when we have 4 bits, we can have 2 to the power 4 number of solutions. Okay, then we try to calculate the fitness of those individuals or chromosomes. Then we go for a selection of the fittest individuals, then we apply the crossover, then we apply the mutation, then we observe the fitness of the new produced strings, because we are working on a constant population model. If I have 2 offsprings, I am repeating again, you start with 4 parent initial population, only 2 offsprings are there. So total population is 6. Before going for the next generation, I have to remove or I have to kill 2 individuals, keeping 4 individuals who are the fittest. Okay, so now this says what is the stopping criteria. I always talk about broadly we have 2 stopping criteria. One is the fixed number of iteration, that is otherwise known as number of generation. Then average or best fitness over the threshold, because every iteration you are calculating the best solution and you are observing that for continuous few iterations there is no increase in the value, or you are satisfied with the average fitness, you can stop. Again, if you are finding you are looking for certain profit, let us say 0.1 knapsack problem, you have already achieved, you can stop. And the third criteria is average and the first fitness value unchanged with fixed number of consecutive iteration. What it says, suppose in 10th iteration profit is 100, in 11th iteration profit is 101, again in 12th iteration profit is 100, even 13th iteration profit is 101. It's coming like this. So you are coming under the third category, average or the best fitness value unchanged for a fixed number of consecutive iteration. So we'll stop there. So in general, there are 3 stopping criteria for basic genetic algorithm, or you can say simple genetic algorithm. And this is the example we always try to explain with a 0.1 knapsack problem. So this is a string of length 4. And what is a solution space? Solution space is definitely 0, 1 to the power 4. What is a fitness function? Suppose you can fitness function, you can go for a heuristic, or you can go for a fitness function uh, like 0 1 knapsack problem, that is maximization of the profit. Okay, so this is if you try to relate this to roulette wheel problem, it is sufficient. This is a second example where the fitness function is a heuristic is discussed. There we have a non-heuristic fitness function which f of x equal to x square, and then we calculate similarly the roulette wheel procedure to find out the individual where we have weighted the individual, that what is the weight 2 2 3 4, so average is 2.35. Now these two we are supposed to replace because these two are the best individual, we are not going to change them. Now let us apply the crossover and we're finding these two new individual is 2 3, so we are happy with 3. So we may add these two individuals and replace the previous two individuals with 2 2. So my new population will be like this because the average is from 2.575 to its average is increased to 3. So there is always a possibility of introducing your own creativity to this genetic algorithm. Now this schema I'll introduce later, because why being a randomization technique, we are going to produce the optimal solution. Why this happened? Because of the probability. We'll come to the schema, or the popularly known as schemata theorem, and this you supposed to remember the result of the schemata theorem. Here the E is your expectation, or what is the typical expectation in, or the probability of crossover, probability of mutation, and what is the expected number that the selection probability will work. Unless and until these formulas was proposed, people are questioning about the success of genetic algorithm. Once this mathematically the things have been proved, so it proves mathematically that though we start with no solutions, but it provides a guarantee to us that we can find a solution. Okay, so before we move to the next presentation, I mean the details of the genetic. So this says the area of the application of the GA. So it's applicable to non-analytical problem, nonlinear model, uncertainty, and large state space. In general, we have started with a large state space. Let us talk about little bit about the problems. So when it comes to the non-analytical problem, the fitness function may not be expressed analytically always. Mathematically formulation is not there. There also we can use genetic algorithm, like where we have the values like something is good, bad, or this type of objectives are there. We can go for that. Domain specific knowledge may not be computable using fitness function. That means in a situation we are not able to design a mathematical function like as we talk about a profit in a knapsack. Suppose it's not able to design. You may say successful, unsuccessful. I'm going for a vaccination, whether it will be successful or unsuccessful. To that type of problem also we can apply a genetic algorithm. So scratch domain knowledge to guide the search. I mean, you do not have a you do not have a domain knowledge for a guided search. We can use genetic algorithm. Then second category is nonlinear models. The solution depends on the starting value. Nonlinear model may converge to a local optimum. I think I have explained you if you recall that particular graph, and the solution sometimes fall into local optimum, I mean local minimum or local maximum, then you will not able to come out of that using any typical numerical technique. So there, if we'll use the genetic algorithm, we have a method like mutation when we come out of the local optimum, that is local minima or local maxima. If you any of you remember numerical solution like steepened descent and gradient method? Hello, any of you remember steepened descent or gradient method? Any of you have studied solution to a nonlinear equation? Yes. Any of you have studied solution to a nonlinear equation?
No, no.
No, you remember
Yes.
sometime a curve is there. You see, what is a solution to a function? What is a solution to a function? Graphically, what actually is solution to a function? Let us say you have y
When
equal
it cross x-axis.
when it cross the axis. Very good. When it cross the x-axis, that is the best answer. When it cross the x-axis. But what you'll be finding, a curve is drawn and it is not going to cross the x-axis at any point. Then what will be the solution? Yes, this is the key. Here actually comes, we are looking into problems, but if you come to the graphical model, it will give a very clear picture. It is not crossing the x-axis. Then what you will do? Yes. What you will do? If it is not going to cross x-axis, what are the methods are there? Any of your numerical techniques you remember where the function is not crossing the x-axis but we able to find out the solution to the equation? Just recall any of the function where it is not crossing to the x-axis but you are able to find out a solution to that function. Yes. No idea. You don't have any paper related to that? None of you have come across optimization. Okay, look into this figure. Have you come across any of this technique, any mathematics paper or numerical method using computer or something like that? Okay, at least you agreed the function is not crossing the x-axis, right? Are you finding? No. So to find out a solution, we draw a tangent. And this tangent cross the x-axis at certain point. But if you vary this angle, how many tangents you can draw? That is the reason numerical method is a must paper in computer science. If you have not studied, then it's wrong with your course of study. And you'll be finding the mechanical, electrical people are the good programmer and solving those problems. Because when we try to use the machine learning, others and maybe different type of image processing problem, people find it is difficult to cope with the mathematics, but it is a simple mathematics. Okay, so the solution, this curve does not cross in the x-axis, so we cannot find out a solution. It starts with a different method. We can start from a simple uh, method like Newton-Raphson and others, a stipend descent method, and we go on increasing, I mean, looking into complexity of the problem, and finally we find how to handle that nonlinear models. Okay, so the solution depends on the starting value. Nonlinear models may converge to a local optimum. Once you converge to a local optimum, then impose the condition on the fitness function such that convexity. And if you look into that function, this is a concave function, so may require the problem to be approximated to fit the nonlinear model. Maybe tangent, you can say initial, it's a approximation type. So this type of problems are also possible to solve under genetic algorithm. Then there are a lot of uncertainty, noisy or approximate fitness function because I told from the beginning, designing a fitness function is also a challenging. Then changing of the parameter, system parameter introduces new parameter. I mean, you do not have a fixed model to your system available. When I say fixed model is like this, suppose I talk about a cube, I have a height, width and length, so fixed. So then maybe the fitness function changes during I mean in the process of the generation. Then this the uncertainty under which the conventional numerical techniques and others to fails to find out a solution. So it advocate in favor of genetic algorithm, and last one is the large test space. So this is in general we say we try to find out a solution to the NP complete problem. Okay, so without looking into the number of individuals that can come under a search space, we can go for a genetic algorithm. Then there is a warning or a precaution that when not to use genetic algorithm. So this is the adoption when people are doing the thesis. Sometimes people are fascinated and they try to take the GA. Okay, so there are certain problems to which GA not to be used. So that is the constant mathematical optimization problem. When excess, there are few solutions. So definitely the same argument we can say when there are few solutions, we can go for brute force method. So constant are difficult to incorporate into GA. Those constant equations are there. It is not fitting to the GA. Don't go for GA. Don't assume or don't compromise those functions and find out a solution forcibly. So guided domain search is possible and efficient. That means when we talk about the problem solving is searching, in general, this is a search process. But when a guided search is there and already you can find out the solution in the guided search, then if you use genetic algorithm just for the sake of hype, and you may find a evaluator is asking prove that your problem is a candidate for genetic algorithm, then will be problem. Okay, I have uploaded one paper just a few moments back. You check it. That is when to use genetic algorithm. It's a article. So please follow that article. You'll be finding certain points on the condition under which the GA is to be used. Okay. So now we'll move to the uh, other part. This I'll explain on the TSP when I'll be coming to the problem. But here you see the problem definition. We have not written on the mathematical statement. Only we have talked about the solution space, which is n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. So that is one of the motivation why we should go for genetic algorithm is one of the approach. Okay. So I'll be using my second presentation for this. So this also another presentation which I have already shared, that is the type of encoding scheme which I have talked about, then type of encoding methods we are using. This is binary coding and we can go for permutation of the binary coding. This just now we have discussed encoding space. So there are certain thumb rules about crossover probability and mutation probability. So always everybody starts with that thumb rule. Then they did number of iteration to fix. So this is the mutation probability starts with very low, that is 0.5 to 1, and crossover probability starts with 80% to 95%. So you can start with a arbitrary value and with a iteration you can decide. So sometimes people develop a heuristic. Come to the point number 3, very big population size usually does not improve the performance in the sense of the speed of the solution. The good population size is always 20 to 30, and sometimes the size is 50 to 10. That means in a problem, if you conduct many experiments and finally say population size 220 is good, where a better solution can find out with less iteration, that is also your finding. Please remember, when you are using genetic algorithm, what will be your claim? What is your finding? You can say I have find what is the ideal number of generation for this coding. I have able to fix the crossover probability and mutation probability as per this problem. Okay, then this I will discuss about the elitism where number of bits has to be not to be altered. That I'll explain along with the theorem. So fitness function we have talked about. Sometimes in ideal case it will be your objective function or a fitness function is to be proposed, and then we have explained the roulette wheel selection like the string, the fitness and the total percentage. Then we try to, this is the catch, when you add the percentage in a circular space or a pie chart, it should be 100. And then based on this, we'll decide which is one dominated. So we'll apply the selection process. Okay, always whenever you see, when you are trying to relate a small problem, go back to the x square, or when you try to explain something, I mean to understood something, you follow the 0 1 knapsack. So that is the reason the assignment mostly we want the 0 1 knapsack problem or TSP to be solved using your MATLAB. And if you go to the MATLAB, there is inbuilt codes and other examples where many authors are available. Okay, let me explain you the ELITgem. What is the ELITgem? ELITgem is a method which copies the best chromosome to the new offspring population before crossover and mutation. Very simple thing. You may go for a heuristic like this. Whoever or whatever the individual having fitness value more than something will not be disturbed. We copy that individual from generation 1 to the next generation. Don't try to do the experiment with them, or don't subjected them to the crossover or mutation. Okay, the remaining individuals who are relatively weak to those fittest individuals are subjected to crossover and mutation. So this is the way what happens. We can able to uh, preserve, or we can able to retain the good quality chromosome, or sometimes you can say we want that a good type of solution will be there. What is the reason? Why it is tried to copy those things? You look into this graph, you accidentally got some point. Let us say come to the second graph. You try to get a solution and you find out, let us say, this point. While moving towards the peak of the graph, you are finding a point. This point is a fittest point. You try to copy it. If one or 2 point which is around this, I mean, you are working on a maximization function, and 1 or 2 points which is around this tip are directly copied to the next generation, it will automatically guided the others point coming into that category. And if you guess 1 or 2 point in the local maxima, the same thing will happen. This will drag them to the local maxima. So that's why we try to retain the best individuals, or we copy them directly to the next generation, so that we can maximize our objective function. Okay, so mutation and others I have explained. So there are certain schemes are there. If you look into this, when we codings, any type of codings are possible. You see, the first one is simple binary coding. Second one, we are using a decimal number. Third one, we are using alphanumeric coding. Fourth one, we are also using alphanumeric coding, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, like this. And then a peculiar coding scheme is there with genetic programming, where we use the two individual solutions are represented like a tree structure. Okay, or in general it says they are represented with a appropriate data structure, and that requires the operations with that data structure. Okay, so this is the very basic things what we discuss, but it will be best if we'll look into finding a solution of a particular problem. Okay, so basic operators are this. Let me again go to the third presentation, where we'll particularly study a problem that is a popular problem, which is a 0 1 knapsack problem. Okay, so genetic algorithm for 0 1 knapsack problem. Uh, we'll be continuing with that. So problem statement is known to you. And since the problem is NP complete problem, but remember it, we have not proved that problem to be NP complete. I'll be doing that in the next class. So the outline of the basic GA, what we are going to do. Then you may ask how it is possible. Okay, it's come out of the experiment. So we borrowed the idea, randomly generated a population of n chromosome. So now we are in a position to decide there will be 4 chromosome or 6 chromosome or 8 chromosome. Calculate the fitness of all chromosomes. That you can do. Fitness is the profit that you can obtain if you select one solution, let us say 0011. Create a new population. So you have a selection function. Uh, You can use the roulette wheel very much to do that. Then you can perform crossover, you can perform mutation by assuming the highest probability and lowest probability. Maybe you can start with 0.5 and 85, 8, I mean 0.85 as the high probability of the crossover. Mutation is 0.5 or maybe less than that. 0.1 is like, sorry, 0.5 will be higher, 0.1 or 0.05. So then test whether the end condition is satisfied. What is the end condition? Maybe you have maximum number of iteration. Just now I have discussed three conditions of the stopping criteria. Any of the stopping criteria can be used. Either you satisfied with the profit what you desired, you stop, or you have 20 seconds, so you run a loop of 20, you stop. Third one, you are calculating the profit and plotting. You are finding that the profit remain constant for last 3 or 5 generation without any changes, so you can stop. So these are the three different stopping criteria as we have discussed. Otherwise, after find a stopping criteria, this thing also I told in the first class, you stop with a population. I have seen many people, if you'll ask, you have used genetic algorithm, what is your solution you obtained? They do not know what is a solution, but they know how to create an initial population. Out of the final population, because all individuals are the solutions, if you are looking for the maximum, then say the particular selects particular individual who is going to give the maximum f of x value. That's all. Out of 4-bit strings, whoever gives you maximum profit, that is the solution you obtained after few generations. Whenever you stop, you look into the population. Population, all individuals are representing one solution. If you are working for a maximizer, go for the solution that produces the maximum value, or if it is a minimizer, go for the solution which produces the minimum value. Okay, so this is the argument. I am not going to explain you again the NP problem and 01 knapsack where it is a motivation. Now we'll start with a particular problem. We have a representation and the weight associated with the knapsack. So this we are going to represent like this. You see, there are many codings are possible. Maybe this is the items, item 0, item 1, item 2, item 3. Each is having a profit and the weight. This is the input. Now, what is the solution? I have selected first item. I have not selected second, not selected third, selected the fourth item. So this is 1001. So we'll continue with this coding scheme. I always say that 01 knapsack problem is the simple. You should go for 01 knapsack problem. Then here one thing you catch, remember, when you are going to do some presentation, your algorithm, if you'll write on the PPT, it is not going to reflect your understanding that you have understood how the problem is to be solved. So best way to present that with the help of the flowchart. Okay, with help of the flowchart. So always use a flowchart to explain and that how the problem is going to work. So this is a typical flowchart for covering the genetic algorithm, or you can say this is the flowchart of the genetic algorithm. But little bit of difference is that this is the main program, because this crossover, mutation, other are the functions which is to be called. Okay, so the overall logic is represented. Then termination condition. You have 3 termination condition. The population converges with neither 90% of this chromosome in the population have the same fitness value, or the number of generation greater than the fixed number. So second line says you go for a fixed number of generation. Let us say 100, number 100 number of iteration, 101 it stops. Okay, the fitness value, as I have explained, the fitness value, you can go for the fitness value which is suggested. That is the all items can be fit into the knapsack, or you may propose a new fitness function, not an issue. Similarly, selection function, because so far we have seen roulette wheel selection. So here initial stage it recommends roulette wheel selection, but don't be close. You may propose one more selection function and try out which one is the best. If your selection function gives the same quality result even the previous one with less iteration, then yours is the best solution. Okay, so this is a typical diagram of a roulette wheel selection. that with the formula you are calculating f of I and summation of f of I, and then you are dividing. That is the flowchart representation. Okay. Now the group selection, if you try to go for the selection function, there are many selection functions are there. So the one is roulette wheel selection. I say if you want to go for a different algorithm, this is one type of selection is the group selection. If somebody is curious if to know what are the different type of selection functions are used or in various problem, you can get that one, and while trying to find out a new solution, you copy that selection function, try out in your problem. If nobody has tried that selection function, then your finding will be accepted. Because what I observe, if anyone wants to do something different or new claim, it is very easy in genetic algorithm in comparison to other paradigm. Because here you have enough scope to do the own contribution. If you borrow a group selection, one is proposed for another problem in genetic algorithm, and you find that okay, I'm working on some problem of wireless network, I'll use. Fine, that will be the new things. Okay, so this is a particular selection group selection function where you can say this is a string, you have the individual profits associated. So based on that, you can take as a profit, you can take, if it's a traveling salesman problem, you can take the total distance of the particular path. So you can go for the group selection. Okay, after that you rank them, you can divide them into 4 subgroups and do the different coding, and then you select the individual to be the next generation member. So that means here what I try to do, what is the message? You start with a 0-1 upset problem, use uniform coding scheme, but while doing selection, you use two different selection function and compare. So in a single line, you have to write down two genetic algorithm for solving a 0-1 knapsack problem with two different selection function. That's all. Very simple. And this is the finding you see, the result which is computed. We have seen very small problem. Here we are finding, you see the population size, how many times you look into that, how many times the author must have executed this thing. This is with a roulette wheel, this is with group selection, two different experiment. What is to be varied? Start with a population size 100, number of gun generation 62, maximum profit like this, and the item chosen. This is the solution by choosing which item, by choosing which item. So these are some finding of the experiment. They vary the population size 100, 200, 300, 400 like this. And generation is the iteration, because in your stopping criteria, whenever you are finding that the profit is not increasing, you stop. You stop for that. So this is the number of generation after which the program stops or genetic algorithm stops, and you find out a solution. Item chosen is nothing but the solution. So this is to give you an idea. If you are looking for a practical implementation, you can have two major variation is like the selection method, and other I think is easy, population size, number of generation, and what is the maximum profit found, that is summation of PIXI. Then what is the item selected, so that gives you the maximum profit. And it lists the many operation experiment. And next you observe one thing which I have not told, that is crossover probability and mutation probability, and no elitism. That means we are not copying any individual from the initial population or from the parent set to next generation. Okay, so then second experiment where they introduce elitism. I'll explain you again the elitism. Two of the fittest chromosome are copied without change to the new population. While working with population size of 100, two are copied to next generation. Or similarly, you can say no, 20% I'll always copy. Copy it. Out of 100, you copy 20%. Out of 200, you copy to next generation 20%. It's like that. Okay. So this is a framework where you can write down the program and you can study. You can test how a genetic algorithm works for a simple 0-1 knapsack problem. I think that book will help you a lot. Uh, Now, the third part and the fourth observation you can do, start with a crossover 85, start with a crossover 85, start with a crossover 75, and you look into the last diagram, it will be 95. But if you look into the max value found versus the generation, definitely will have a say whether this is better or this is better. Okay. With a crossover 75, the max profit is coming to be 4320. It is almost stabilizing to 4320. But here also you are stabilizing with that. Then the divide is the number of generation. Then you look into the number of generation you have used. It requires a huge number of generation. But here it looks less number of generation. Okay, so this is a very good paper where the experimental setup are explained. I mean the way we try to do for sortings. So this is the observation what is obtained from the result. So this is something what always I insist in programming lab. You should conduct the experiment, conduct the result, and you write down the observation. And many people have done it. I expected everybody should go for that thing, so that things will be easy when you try to explain a output or a result, claiming that it is being represented properly or observation or what is your outcome. People suddenly stop after showing the result, but it has to be written and analyzed. If you look into this statement, this means that 85% of new generation will be found in the crossover, the 15% will be copied from the new generation. It's a decision. Whether it is 15% or 10%, that has to be found, and it is varies from problem to problem. Okay. So this I think I have explained number of times. So again, I have added these things, local maximum because this is the maximum value, local minimum because this is the minimum value. So again, the same explanation. And but when it comes to the complexity of the algorithm, the first contributor is the outer loop, because when you run it for 10 iteration or 20 iteration, we say it is the order of n because that is the number of generation or the iteration that gives the best result. Okay, so this is with the 0-1 knapsack problem. I think this also I have uploaded solving 0-1 knapsack problem. Those who are having lab, so it's my request that try to implement this will be the last assignment for them for the implementation using GA. Maybe not within the deadline, you can get more time to do that. Okay. So any of you have any queries, I am ready to take on GA. And I think I have uploaded that book uh, by Haput and Haput. That will be sufficient to get the theoretical material. Then what exactly we ask in the question? We ask to define a problem. We ask people to suggest a best coding scheme, that's all. Or what will be the fitness function? This type of things are asked, not that you go on solving with hand. But if it is asked to solve with the example defining all the parameter of genetic algorithm, it will be in the light of that simple function what is discussed with f of x equal to x square. Okay. So any question from you? Anybody has gone through genetic algorithm, maybe having the previous experience? Uh, if you have a previous experience, then use this second slide which I have presented to analyze. And those people are interested to use it for any other application for your thesis and others, you should observe that where you can do something new. Because people are always asking when you present, are you using the genetic algorithm for first time? You say the truth, you say yes, Mr. X has used or Y has used. Then their question comes from the audience or your examiner. Then why you will accept this is a new work? Or what's difference with your genetic algorithm? So indirectly that answer is explained. No, I have selected which is the best crossover probability. I have conducted number of experiment to establish the best mutation probability, and with these I am getting a better result in less generation, something like that. Okay. So if you do not have any query, we'll wind up the class, or if anybody to ask anything. Okay, tomorrow we are meeting in the morning at 9 a.m. Yes.
Sir, I had one question not related to genetic algorithm.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, I wanted to ask for randomized algorithm,
Right.
for the mean cut algorithm. Uh,
Right.
can we just like study the Kargar's algorithm, or do we need to also know the knife algorithm also?
No, no, no. Any one algorithm will do.
Okay, okay.
Because that day I told na, because whatever you are learning, you are not directly getting immediate benefit of that. Idea is to give how you are going to tackle a problem. So once you implement a randomized algorithm, you will appreciate when you will be asked to solve the problem of similar nature. Maybe part of your thesis, maybe part of your any type of assignment where people are looking for a solution. Uh, that is required. Some randomization coverage is required. In depth, you see, there are many randomized algorithm which is already developed. We are outright, we are not going to do anything extraordinary, but we are learning actually how to do it.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you have given me the task to evaluate the TSP using randomized algorithm
Hmm.
in previous lab lecture.
Hmm.
Huh? In that, sir, I evaluated the evaluated the minimum cost, but I'm not
Hmm.
able to evaluate the path because every time the algorithm goes in randomized path, and it was not able to record the path. So,
No, no, no. Once you are you getting always success with a one round iteration?
no, no, sir, no.
No.
Sir, I can show you my code. Can I?
Okay, we'll fix up a time again. Maybe I don't know today. Today I'll possible maybe around after 9 also I can take. I don't have any issue.
Okay,
I
sir,
can
then I
discuss.
will.
Or you share me the codes why you are not able to do it. Randomize where you do the random selection. Can you have a control?
Sir, in the edges. I mean, I selected the edges randomly.
You selected the edges randomly. Uh,
Hmm.
how
And
how the
and uh,
how the
and
edges are
the
placed?
uh, I mean, in a given graph, let's say 4 by 4 graph. Huh?
Agreed.
First of all calculate the distance. Distance
Hmm.
from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 0. Huh?
Okay.
And then I shuffle the edges, rows and columns of that graph. That means I
Mm,
shuffle the edges, and then again I calculate
okay.
the distance, and I recalculated the
Suppose I am looking into this. I have a graph with 6 nodes. Okay.
hmm,
Assuming that in the ideal case, it is a fully connected graph.
mhm.
If it is a fully connected graph, randomly any combination I generate is a solution for you.
No, sir.
No, if it is a fully connected, definitely it will selection. I'll say simply A B C D E, and because every vertex
No,
is
no. Sir,
connected to every.
I am also storing the cost also. If the cost is less than the previous cost, then only it will iterate more.
Okay. No, no, I am talking of a very simple algorithm. A simple randomized algorithm. Can you give guarantee that if I am doing a random selection of edges, that are going to give me a solution or a tool?
So that will give you solution, but it will not be optimal. I mean, not
Very good.
optimal, not be heuristic. I mean, not the
Yes.
good one.
Very good. That let it be a suboptimal solution. Whatever the value of the solution is, that is acceptable. Then it is
Okay,
a good
sir.
algorithm.
I can show you at night after 9.
Ah, okay. You can
Okay,
share.
sir.
Huh? Not this one.
Okay.
So Wednesday, Ajay say I'll take the theory class, then maybe lab class we can meet in. Tomorrow I'll take the theory class at 9 a.m. Okay. I think Ajay say because something I have to continue. I also told you a number of times Saturday I'll keep a slot from 9 to 10, and I think I can solve any of your queries, maybe because you see once the semester is over, I mean had it been the exam is completed, then it says it's over. When exam is not over, then you have to be in the loop. It is very tough actually studying the paper and recalling everything after 3 months, maybe in the April, definitely in the April when you'll be meeting for the exam. Okay. So something has to be reviewed or some discussion has to be kept. Otherwise, a typical semester scenario, people forget, read something for the semester ends and people forget for that. So exam point of view, it's tough. So my proposition, I told Saturday 9 to 10, I want to keep it so that we can discuss something and we can, if possible, some clarification, something we can do. I think you have got your timetable. New next semester.
No, sir, not
No,
till.
No, sir.
Oh, okay, it's nobody has shared with you.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay. I'll I'll share with you because I don't know. There might be some changes, but subject and others are fixed.
So we won't get
Anything
any electives next sem.
electives are there. Uh, I can share you the timetable. Okay. Mm.
Uh, Sir,
MTech
next semester I will
CS
start from 15 only.
15 only. That's what I'm telling. It is already fixed actually. Your timetable is officially published. I don't know anything. Anybody is supposed to share you. Not to you, to everybody. You have the subjects. Yeah, subjects are different. Like information security, CS and SE. Subjects are different in TS lots. TV is the same. TC is identical. TE also identical, I think. TF is different. Okay, if required, it's not a confirm one. I mean, there might be some changes, but I can share with you. It's not a issue. I'll just upload to my this class portal. Have a look into that. This is updated on 3rd December, but might be some changes because might be there will be department meeting. So classes are as usual from 8 to 12 and lab and others, which is similar to that. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we are meeting at the, morning at 9 a.m. Okay. Okay. Thank you.